Hello, Crystal, your dating coach. And today I want to talk about dating Italian men. I already made a video called Italians Do It Better. Now I'm going to tell you about dating Italian men. And later on I'm going to meet my friend Victorio, and he's going to tell you why Italians like foreign women. So dating Italian men. Actually, there is no dating here because you go on a couple of dates, and if you accept the third date, be careful because that's saying, I love you. You are their girlfriend. They are your boyfriend. Actually, I say fidanzata, fidanzato, which means fiance. Okay, they're not going to plan the wedding after a third date, but you are their girl, their woman. You don't go out with anyone else. They don't go out with anyone else. They introduce you to all your friends, their friends. They want to meet all your friends. They come to your place of work. They introduce you to their family, weekends together, organizing vacation and holidays together. Yes, after the third date. No dating. You become their girlfriend. So if you like a guy and you go out with him, okay, accept the second date. But if he asks you for a third date, you have to really like him because he's going to think you are his girlfriend. But I love Italian men, okay? They are generous. You can leave your wallet home. Yes. I remember, okay, I've been here since 1985. It says I came here as a model. And I remember the first time, just going out with an Italian man. We were just, walking around, the park, and we went and had a coffee. And after the coffee, we went to the counter, where the cashier was, and I saw some candy, and I picked, candy up and I put it in the counter. And I realized that the guy didn't even look at me. He looked straight at my date. And before I knew it, my date paid for the coffee and paid for the candy. And then that's how it is in Italy. It's like the love law. Women don't pay for anything. He looked straight at my date. And that's happened hundreds of times, going out, even to a store. We're both in the store. I look at a sweater, I pick a sweater. He picks something to wear. And, we go to the cashier. I plan on maybe buying it myself. They don't even look at me. They just look at him, and he actually will pay for whatever it is that I bought. So they're generous, and they're loving. Okay, that's the good part. A little bit of the bad part. Yes, the famous mammone, which means they love their mothers, which is good because they love women. They respect women, but they do live home till they're 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, they will still live home with their parents. Why? Because their mothers ask them to stay home. Their mothers cry when they say they want to leave. I have friends who have sons who are 20 and 30. Oh, Crystal, my son, he wants to move out. I'm like, well, how old is your son? He's 32, too young. Let him move out. Let him get a life. Oh, but he has everything home. What does he need to move for? So that's the Italian life. And they love it. They love staying home with mommy. Mommy cooks and cleans and takes care of their laundry. But even when they do move out, when they finally do move out, they bring their clothes to mommy, and she will wash and iron and fix it up to them, make still homemade dinners for her son. So if mommy doesn't like you, if you don't get along with mommy, break it off, because they love their mothers. They respect their mothers. They will die for you. When the Italian man loves you, he gives you everything. He will climb mountains for you. He will do everything in his power to make you happy. But he loves his mom. And if you don't get along with her, it's going to be kind of difficult. Maybe you should think about breaking it, unless you see that he ignores completely what his mother is saying about you, which is very hard. Then you can try. But I would not continue a relationship with an Italian man. I'm serious, even now, if his mom did not like me. Another bad. Mistresses. Okay, they love women. Italian men cannot live without a woman. Okay, American men, they have their career, their job. Okay, Italian men are ambitious also, their career and job, but they need a woman. They want a woman in their life. They want a woman in their life. They want to talk to a woman. They want to be with a woman. They want to hold a woman. They want a woman in their life. It's not enough to have the fancy car, the good job, the career, like the American man. They want a woman, but they want sometimes lots of women. So you are their girlfriend. They love you. But sometimes they kind of wander off. You better not wander off because they're jealous and possessive. I love that about Italian man. Jealous and possessive. If you even mention another man, they're going to go crazy. Who? Who is Carlo? Who is Roberto? But they can wander off. But that's because they really don't love you. If they really love you, Italian man is faithful. So yes, we heard about the Don Giovannis, them cheating. But if they really love you, they're sincere. They're sincere. They do not cheat if they really love you. They are there for you. They are faithful. Your problems is their problems. But if they're not, they may wander. Okay, yes, they do have mistresses, the famous Don Giovanni, but I truly believe that's when they're not in love. Okay, it happened to me. I was dating a man. I had his home number, his office number, his cell phone. He had a beautiful apartment that we used to go by sometime, and he was married. I found out he was married and he had 3 children. Okay, so when they're good, they're good. When they're bad. But when they love you, I believe that you are everything. I know you are everything because I remember when I was doing a fashion show in Sicily and I was living in Milan. This guy I was dating lives in Milan. He drove 10 hours to surprise me because I was the first time I was in Sicily. And he surprised me. He showed up at the backstage at the fashion show. We spent 3 days together, and then we drove back to Milan. I get goosebumps just thinking about that. So when they really care about you, they jump over the moon for you. And as I said, they're generous. You can leave your wallets home when you got with an Italian man. And they're so classy about things. Like, when you go have dinner at a restaurant, they'll ask you after the dinner, would you like something else? You want dessert, coffee? No, I'm fine. Like, okay, excuse me one moment. And, the first time I'm like, well, is he going to the bathroom? And then he came back to the table. He said, okay, if you like, we can go. I'm like, okay. And, we got up. We started going out the door. I'm like, well, the check is, no, I took care of it. So they're so classy. Not only does the check doesn't come to the table, and they'll look at the check, and then they look at you, and, half the time wanting you to pay half the check, thinking you should pay half the check. They disappear and go pay the checks. You don't even have the embarrassment of them paying the check. So, classy. Italian men are cultured. They know their own history, French and German, European history. I'm American. They know so much about American history. Sometimes they tell me things I don't even know. They're cultured. On dates, they'll take you to a concert, to the theater. They're worldly. They want to show you the beautiful country. They take you to the lake. I'm living in Milan. Lake Como is an hour by car. Venezia is 2 hours by train, and they show you their beautiful country. No, Italian men are wonderful to date. They really make you feel love when they love you. Okay, when they're bad, but you can tell. You can tell when they're bad. They don't hide it very easily. And when they love you because they're there, they're present, they call you, they make dates, they make weekends, they make plans, they make vacation, holidays together. Okay, I'm going off to see my friend Victorio, and we'll talk later. Last but not least, it is 100 degrees in Milan in the shade. You've noticed I have a new look. Off with the weave, off with the wig, new look. Italian men. They do it better because they're more affectionate, they're more loving. I just remember the first time working around Milan with an Italian man and he grabbed my hand. That's so rare for American men. Okay, but he grabbed my hand, we're working hand in hand. He kept touching my hair, touching my face, touching my arms. And then all of a sudden he just looked at me and gave me a passionate kiss. And I was quite embarrassed because I'm not used to that. But I looked around and there was other couples passionately kissing. So Italian men do it better. I love dating Italian men. And I happen to be with one right here, my friend Victorio.
Hi to everybody. Well,
so why do you like foreign women?
I love foreign women because they are quite different from the Italian one. And so,
in what way?
Oh, it's different from her nationality, of course. People from Latin America are very passionate, very hot. But, for example, American women are so charming and with a lot of sense of humor. So for this reason, I like.
So, you see, there's your answer. Italian women say we come here to rob their men. They're right. Arrivederci, Crystal Dating Coach. Subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll talk to you soon.
Ciao.